Ready, Alan?
You're not going to call me Alan.
Good morning, University of Iowa students. I'm your host, Ryan. On your cold walk to class this morning, have you thought about getting an advanced degree? Maybe not immediately after you graduate, but even down the line. Today we'll focus on MBAs in particular. I'm joined today by Alan Silberman.
Good morning, Ryan.
Alan is an alum of a prestigious business school, Chicago Booth. Alan has 30 years of corporate experience managing, recruiting, and coaching professionals. He has the unique distinction of raising college-age children, including your host today, yours truly. So, Mr. Silberman, when did you go back to school?
I went back to school in 2005. I joined the University of Chicago's executive program and graduated in 2007.
So that was a little while ago. What's your association with Chicago Booth today?
Today, I'm known as an ambassador. I help the university attract, interview, and assess potential candidates for the program.
So what made you go back to school 15 years into your career?
I always wanted to get an MBA, but at that point, 15 years after I had graduated, I was looking to advance my career, looking to broaden my experiences and round out things I didn't have that an MBA offered.
So I've seen some data that shows in the last 40 or so years, the number of applicants going for an MBA has increased tremendously. Have you seen a big increase in applicants looking for an MBA?
Well, through the University of Chicago, I certainly see their applicant pool, but I've also noticed a lot more competition, a lot more schools, a lot more programs, and a lot more choices for students.
So you've seen a lot of competition come up with other schools offering MBA programs. What would be your recommendation for a student looking for such program?
It goes back to why you're getting an MBA. But my rule of thumb is if you're going to get an MBA, go to a top school. It makes a big difference.
And what about the return on investment? They do obviously cost much more. Is it worth it over a long-term period?
Yeah, the competition out there is more at the lower end. At the top tier, the top schools have been there for many, many years. And there's a reason why. They don't have a problem recruiting students. There's a large number of students who try to get in every year. So the competition's at a different level. But yes, it certainly is expensive and you need to make the financials work. But if you're serious about advancing your career and getting an MBA is going to launch you and help you in that direction, a top school will make a difference.
So what are your thoughts on the abundance of new MBAs today?
There are a lot of people with MBAs. It goes back to why you want to get one. Don't just get one to pad your resume. Have a real vision where you want to go in your career, and the MBA can help.
Assuming someone truly wants to advance their career, what would be the best time to go back to school and get an MBA?
It's at that point they want to advance. So they've been working for many years and they want to take on new challenges, move up in the organization. They'll be able to learn and apply those things immediately. Versus right after you graduate, you don't understand all the concepts and things that you would learn.
Obviously, it costs money to go back to school. What are some of the benefits of waiting?
There are several. First, you've had some time to think about how an MBA will impact your career where you stand. Plus, of course, you've been working for several years, you've saved some money and established yourself at your employer, so possibly they can offset some of those costs as well.
Outside of your association with Chicago Booth, you also interview candidates for potential jobs. How does an MBA add to their credentials?
Well, of course, looking at someone's resume, you'll notice both their undergraduate and graduate degrees, and schools do stand out. But also you look at their career progression, depending if it's early in career or later in career. Then I look at how their MBA combined with their career progression, how they've leveraged it, what they learned from it, and how they applied it.
So, Dad, should I get an MBA?
Good question. Definitely not now. Maybe after you start work, you'll think about it. But I don't want you to get an MBA just to put a checkbox on your resume. It needs to be applicable. Where do you want to go and how will it help you in your career?
So in summary, what would be your professional recommendation for students that want to kickstart their careers?
Let's take a real-world example here. You have a choice. You're graduating from college. Let's say you're getting a degree in finance or general management. You could go right to MBA school and get that degree and then look for your first job. Or, better yet, get that first job under your belt. Get some experience. Get some point of view where you want to go next. And if you want to get an MBA, go get that degree. Now think about what you have now. You have an MBA degree and you have some time of experience. 1, 2, 3, 4 years of experience. That's worth so much more to me on a resume, someone who has an MBA and real job experience versus someone who just has an MBA. And you're much more intelligent about what you're using that degree for, why you're getting that degree, and then you're able to apply those things you've learned because you have real work experience.
All right, Mr. Silberman. Thank you very much for joining me today. And to all my listeners out there, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later.